The India-Sri Lanka Super 4 match in Dubai is over. India have lost to Sri Lanka by 5 wickets and are now on the brink of elimination from the Asia Cup. Their hopes rely on Afghanistan beating Pakistan in their Super 4 game in Sharjah on Wednesday. Even then, they're not guaranteed a place in the final, but that would be a start. That would keep their hopes alive. So let's begin by recapping what transpired in the India-Sri Lanka game. We'll start by talking about the playing 11 because a lot of choices that have been made in the last two games were addressed in rather detail by in Captain Rohit Sharma in the post-match press conference after the Sri Lanka defeat. We'll start with the tactical change that India made against Sri Lanka. Ravichandran Ashwin came in for Ravi Bishnoi, off spinner, well in the 11 to tackle the three left-handers that Sri Lanka had in the top 6. And you could say the call was fair in retrospect because Ashwin did get the wicket of Gunathilaka, one of the three left-handers in the Sri Lankan the top 6. But secondly, why not Dinesh Karthik? Why Pant? Rohit answered that too. He said the team management wanted a left-hander in the middle order so that he could take the pressure off the right-handers batting with him. Let's not forget Sri Lanka had Valindu Hasaranga, left-handers versus leg spinners, always a good bet because lefties are hitting with the turn. Things didn't work out for Pant, of course, and with DK waiting in the ranks, the pressure's going to build on him. But it's pretty clear that the choices as far as Pant or DK, the choices that are being made based on tactical requirements. It's got nothing to do with DK's form, fitness, or any of the extraneous factors. Rohit also clarified that. And then we move on to Hardik Pandya being used as the third seamer once again. He was the third seamer against Pakistan. He went for plenty, took 1 wicket. He was the third seamer again against Sri Lanka. Didn't pick a wicket, went for 35. He actually bowled a pretty good over at the death. Was unlucky to not have a batter caught. The ball flew past the diving Rishabh Pant. But all things said and done, India went in with a 5-bowler attack, and Rohit clarified that the management wanted to see how things pan out with the 5-bowler strategy, and that moving forward, heading into the T20 World Cup, they will have a combination where there will be space for the 6th bowler. And let's not forget, in retrospect, of course, they didn't have a 4th bowler available because Avesh Khan has been sick. There's no official word yet, but we are hearing that Deepak Chahar could be drafted into the squad, in which case India will have an extra bowler, fast bowler available for the game against Afghanistan. Deepak, of course, was with the team training ahead of the Sri Lanka game. He was bowling at full tilt on one of the side pitches under the supervision of bowling coach Paras Mambre. So yeah, that was the playing 11 out of the way. Moving on to the opening combination of Team India. Now what's happening here is, if you see the top 3 at the moment, Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul and Virat Kohli. These are all quality batters, but batters who are playing in similar vein. They take a few balls to get their eye in and then they tend to accelerate. Now, KL Rahul is a class batsman. He had a very good IPL with the Lucknow side. But let's not forget, he did not play a single T20I before the Asia Cup. And the rustiness is perhaps showing. Of course, there was that good start against Pakistan that he got, but save that, he has struggled in general to time the ball, and whenever he's tried to up the ante, he's gotten out. This is not to say he shouldn't be in the 11, but there is of course a case in the event of the management wanting to perhaps play both Rishabh Pant and DK. They could in fact try out Pant as an opener, which won't be unique because in the past few months when Rahul wasn't available, India tried out a lot of opening combinations and players with Rohit, and Surya and Rishabh Pant were 2 of them. So they could perhaps see what happens opening with Pant and Rohit and have DK slot in as the finisher. Of course, it's all conjecture at this point. The think tank, operates on a lot of inputs, a lot of data. So how they make their choices will obviously vary from what we think. But that is, of course, an option, trying Rishabh Pant out as an opener. Because at the moment, it seems like but there is an effort, of course, to score quickly, but sometimes it's just not happening. Rather than getting stuck in a rut, it's better to keep trying, since anyway you have India has rather 6 more T20Is lined up before they leave for Australia. They are going to face Australia in 3 games, and then South Africa in 3 more matches, all at home. So there is still time. But Rohit Sharma, once again in the post-match presser, made it sure to convey that there will be the line will be drawn after a certain point when they would have decided the 15. And depending on the conditions in Australia and how the track is for the first match of the World Cup, of course the makeup of the 11 will also vary, whether they go in with a 5-bowler attack, whether it will be a 6-bowler attack, whether Hardik Pandya will be the 3rd seamer or the 4th seamer. So all those questions will be answered as we get closer and closer to the World Cup. So yeah, that would be all for now. India will take on Afghanistan on Thursday, by which time they would know their fate. Because Afghanistan would have played Pakistan, and Afghanistan needs to win in order for India to keep its campaign alive. Remember, if Pakistan win, India will be knocked out. So until the next game, that will be all from my side. Thank you so much.